everybody, it's Sylvie the Irish Scrapper back with a card tutorial today. What I'm going to use is I'm using this Kane Company paper, which is beautiful floral paper. I'm using some hammered cardstock. It's a nice 300 pound weight cardstock, and some nice liner to go inside it. Then I'm using some leaves that are from, what are they called? I don't know, I'll put the link on. And also flowers, Wild Orchid Crafts. They're from Wild Orchid Crafts, all of these. I'm using a simple sentiment that says congrats. I'm using some Victorian Velvet Distress ink. Some buttons. I have a little tag here that I picked up a bunch of them in a local supermarket. I'm using my butterfly punch, an X-cut butterfly punch, and I have two different Spellbinders Nestabilities. So I suppose without further ado, let's get on and get started. So what I did was, I've done the die cutting so that you don't have to sit through it. I took the biggest one of this set of nesting dies and I put it on my card, and I left that much of it sticking out of the top, so that when it goes through, what you're left with is actually a card, like that. Then what I did was I took the largest of the second set of nesting dies, and I picked out a piece of paper from the Kane Company pack, and I liked this particular one. It's lovely and summery, so I put that through. So I got a mat from that, which will go on here like that. And apart from that, all I'm going to use is a simple one of these tags, and I've got congrats stamped on it in the Victorian Velvet. And I'm going to layer up the buttons with some buttons, layer up the flowers with some buttons. I've got a little bit of bling that I'm going to put on, and I cut a butterfly out of the very same paper with my my punch. So I'm just going to go and get myself some adhesive, and I'll be I also cut the large size Nestability out in my liner, and that'll go inside the card when it's all put together. So okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere my pattern panel onto the card. These two sets of Nestabilities nest lovely together. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my flowers, and I picked out some buttons to go in as centerpieces in the two larger flowers, and I've just put a little sticky back pearl in the middle of the smallest flower. So I'm going to adhere the buttons to the flower with some hot glue. And you don't have to use hot glue, you can use an adhesive of your choice. Okay, and I'm going to use the hot glue to put I'm going to use the hot glue to put on the leaves as well. So I've selected 3 leaves. The thing with the hot glue is I feel when you use hot glue, you know nothing's going to fall off your card. And then I'm going to use the hot glue also to put on the flowers. Just a tiny bead of hot glue does it. then the tiny flower. Actually, before I put that tiny flower on, I'm going to put in these little stamens so that they'll stick out behind. So I'll put a bit of glue on those also. And get them up underneath. Like that, and then put the small flower on. Like that. Already it's starting to look quite pretty. Now what I did was I took the tag and I stamped my congrats sentiment onto it, and I put a flat back sticky pearl onto that, and oh, I have loads of glue strings. I'm just going to situate it like that, and I'll put that on with the hot glue gun as it's here. Like that. And then I'm going to take my little bit of bling and these can be a bit fiddly. You have to be careful taking them off because they can lose their shape. So take your time peeling them off. Oh Lord. The less messing you can do with these, the better. I'm doing quite a bit of messing with this one. I'm going to let it relax for a minute. And then just going to place it on the card like that. Okay, and then I cut a butterfly out from the same paper, and I'm going to put that on here like that. My glue gun is getting a great outing today, but when it's at hand, I suppose why not. And I'll put that here like that. Now all that's left to do is to put my little insert in. So I'll use the ATG for that. Line it up as best you can and close it over. And that was a very, very quick and easy card to make. Beautiful quality, lined beautifully. And I can show you a couple of other examples of this particular card. I need to reach across. So this is the Irish Scrapper saying I'll be back again very shortly with the